Hey guys, it's Erin. Welcome back to my channel and thanks so much for coming to watch another speed build today. I have something very special for you guys that I've been working on basically since the Paranormal Pack came out. And what that is, it's a collaboration with 20 other simmers to turn Willow Creek into New Orleans. So if you are on Instagram, you can follow the hashtag NOLA Neighborhoods Collab and also use the same hashtag on the gallery if you want to see all of the other builds that are in this collab. In the description box, I'm going to leave all of the information, so definitely get all of the details down there. And I always say this, but I'll just say it again for anybody that's new to my channel. If you are not on Instagram and you are interested in getting involved in the Sims community and maybe making some online friends, I highly suggest that you go on there and search for any sort of hashtag involving Sims. And you can find a whole new world that I didn't even know really existed until I really got into doing YouTube videos. So I have put together a playlist for anyone who made a video for their build. So not everybody involved in the collab does YouTube, but for those that do, I did put together a playlist and that will be linked at the end of this video as well. So please go and check out those videos because the creations are absolutely stunning. Everything that I've seen so far is so beautiful. Everybody put in such a great effort to really make this look like New Orleans. And I'm just so impressed and blown away. And you might find some new YouTube channels that you didn't know about before. And everybody that I invited, they're all my friends. So these are all great people. And like I said, I just highly recommend you go and do that. So what you guys are watching me build basically here is a sized down version of Jackson Square and the very famous St. Louis Cathedral. And I was super nervous to build this because I wanted to make sure that I got it right and I did it justice. I didn't want to, disrespect it in any way. So I'm pretty happy with the overall result though. I did improvise quite a bit. Like I said, this is a sized down version. There's actually, from all the photos that I could find online, because I've unfortunately never been there before, but from all the photos that I could find online, it looks like there's actually a street in between the cathedral and the actual square where the fence line is, but I did not put that in, obviously, and there's actually two buildings on either side of the cathedral, but I wanted to use those for park space for the sake of the save file so that this could actually function as a park. And so I put a swing set and a basketball court and bathrooms. And yeah, on the inside of the building, I actually left it as just the cathedral. So you can see it's obviously 3 floors when I'm building it, but the third floor is not, the second and third floor are not decorated. So I figured if anybody downloaded this, they can use that for, what they want. If they want to add stuff to the park, if they want to use it not as a park, whatever the case may be. You want to use it for a wedding location, all kinds of stuff. But anyways, the landscaping was very difficult. The terrain paint, it's actually a lot harder to do a perfect circle than you'd think it is. I did use a rug to try to make the circle, and then I sized it down to make the inner circle. And it took a lot of tweaking to get it to actually be the round shape that I wanted. And then I wasn't happy with how it looked, and I changed the terrain paint. And yeah, that was like probably the longest process of the whole build. But the landscaping in Jackson Square is very green and lush, and I wanted to include some color because if you guys watch me often, you know that I love to use a lot of color. And for me to do this big white cathedral, I had to put in some colorful flowers with it. And I'm really happy the way that it came out. And the interior was probably the most challenging to figure out how to do the altar. So I ended up using some stuff from Get Famous, this arch. It only comes in 3 colors. I wish it came in more colors, but it only comes in 3. So I used the one that was the closest to the color scheme that I saw in photos. And I used a bunch of stuff from Vampires and also a couple of base game items. I used a debug item from base game to make these big pillars on either side of the arch for the altar. And then I actually sized up originally a wardrobe cabinet for the backdrop, I guess you could call it. And it's a really beautiful piece of furniture, but it didn't look right. And I had to actually ask some advice from the group that did this collab with me, and they suggested that I size up the organ, and that's what I think it's called, an organ, right? The big piano thing. I think it's called an organ. I use that. It just sounds so weird when I say it out loud. And I'm really happy with the way it looks. I think, it sounds a little creepy that I used a bunch of items from vampires to decorate this cathedral, but I think that it actually worked out really well. And, I didn't raise the altar with platforms, so if anybody's curious about that, I didn't do that because every time that I try to use platforms, something goes terribly wrong, and I just couldn't deal with it. I was almost done with the build, and I tried at first to do it, and I don't know why I can't get it. I can't figure out the platforms. So if anybody struggles like me, just know I feel your pain. It's just very difficult. I don't know why. But anyways, so like I told you guys, the build functions as a park, and the only thing that I couldn't replicate is the ceiling in the cathedral is painted, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So if you guys are interested in that sort of a thing, you should definitely go and look it up online. You could see lots of different pictures, and you can actually learn some history about the cathedral, which happens to be the oldest functioning cathedral in North America. It was built in, I wrote this down, 1727. And then there was a fire in 1794, and it was rebuilt after that. So they take very good care of it. It's a landmark, and it's very notable in New Orleans. It's very famous. A lot of people, recognize New Orleans by this cathedral, which is another reason why I was so nervous to rebuild it. But like I said, I'm pretty happy with the way it actually all turned out. And it's on one of the 50 by 50 lots in Willow Creek, the one that's actually supposed to be a park. And during this upcoming week, what I'm going to be doing is assembling the entire save file. So I'm going to download all of the builds that everybody made, and I'm going to put them all in Willow Creek. And then I'm going to make you guys a walkthrough tour video and explain all the different neighborhoods that we included. Some of them, I'm not going to tell you everything, but the Garden District is included, Bourbon Street, and there's a bunch of homes along the bayou. And so I'm going to go through everything and credit all of the builders so that you guys can check out those builders as well. But like I said, everybody's uploading today to the gallery. So if you do want to see the builds now and you don't want to wait for the save file, you can look up the hashtag, which again is in the description box, and you can see all the beautiful builds that everybody did. And then once the save file is completed, I am going to leave a link on next week's video so you guys can download it if you actually want it in your game. Unfortunately, it's not pack limited, and that's only because I didn't want to limit anybody's creativity. I wanted to make sure that everybody could do something that they really wanted to do. And so, unfortunately, if you are missing some packs, you might be missing some items. But if you have all the packs, the good news is you'll have everything that we made for the build. So if you have any questions about the save file, please leave me a comment, and I'll be sure to get back to you guys. And please let me know what you guys think about my build. I always love to hear from you guys. It always brightens my day when I have a comment. It just means a lot to me that people take time out of their day to tell me what they think. So I always appreciate it. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. It helps me tremendously with YouTube. So it's a big deal for me. So I really appreciate if you do hit the like button. And I also want to say a very special thank you to anyone who is subscribed to me, because we finally reached 1,000 subscribers, I think like 2 weeks ago. And it's just so exciting, and it's so unreal some days. I can't believe I've been doing this for a year, and I still have a lot of room for improvement, and I've also grown a lot. So it's been an interesting year. So I appreciate people, especially that have been here since day one. It's unbelievable. You guys know who you are, but I appreciate you all. And yeah, anyways, I'm getting a little choked up here. I will see you guys on the next video. I hope you guys all have a great day and a great weekend. Bye.